people here have experienced more people coming by your home knocking on your door again? How many people have more people calling you on the phone, more people coming by your office? And what do? We build more and more sophisticated systems for keeping people out, from keeping them from being able to reach us so that we don't have the opportunity to be touched. And this book talks about exactly how you circumvent that, what you do to get around it. And it's not the kind of things that you've heard before, that you've talked about before. It's not, tricks or anything like that. It relies on leveraging human psychology. So most of you probably know me for my books, Persuasion and Subliminal Persuasion. Well, this takes the psychology of persuasion, and it draws it in, consolidates it, and focuses it directly on sales. So what are these simple techniques you can do? This book starts out like no other book. This book has a chapter 0. How many books have you read that have a chapter 0? Right, 0. Chapter 0, when I started with this premise, I looked around and said, what's going on? What's going on right now is there are lots of people sitting at their desk at work, or there are a lot of people who are sitting behind their desk at their business, and they say, I've got 5 days till the end of the day. 5 days until I have to make payroll. 5 days until I lose my job because I haven't met my numbers. So, chapter 0 is all about exactly what it is that you do in those 5 days, starting with day 1. And none of it is about cold calling. It's not cold calling anybody. Cold calling doesn't work. You might as well just sit around and throw darts at a map and hope that you're going to hit some number that somebody will randomly pick up. They're not going to take your calls anymore until you've built some sort of a relationship. And that relationship can just be awareness. See, it takes about 3 exposures and 7 nights sleep to move something from short-term to long-term memory. It takes about 20 to 30 exposures over a longer period of time to get people to start to even understand what your message is. If they don't get to hear from you every day, every day, every day, they've got to hear a lot of exposures. Now, we're an over-communicated society. This is the only sales book that talks about what you do in over-communication. What happens when you are getting 3,000 to 4,000 paid calls for your attention? The minute you walk into a mall like this, the minute you walk into a grocery store, it doubles. Everybody's shouting for your attention. In a market that's shouting and screaming for your attention, you have to do something different. You have to do something that's going to cause people to pay attention to you, to ask for more information, to increase their awareness, increase their desire, increase the amplitude of their emotion. When you do that, people become interested, and you become interesting. And that's an important thing that you have to know. This book shows you exactly how to do that. So there's several people who understood how to sell when nobody was buying. And by the way, I would suggest, having sold this book out so quickly, there's a lot of people still buying. A lot of people are buying things that they're interested in. They're buying things they want. They're just taking a longer amount of time to determine what it is that they're going to buy. If it makes the right sense to them, they're looking for a real reason to believe. Developing a powerful persona, something that somebody can look at, something that somebody can connect with. That's what's going to help you do that. Something that's going to help people say, yes, this person does know something that I don't know. They're looking for validation. They're looking for credibility. They're looking for information that's going to prove to them that bad things that happen to them in their stock market portfolios, in their jobs, in their relationships, whatever it is that's impacted them recently, is not going to happen now. They're looking for something simple, something that they can believe in, and they're looking for a real reason to believe. If you can give them faith, if you can give them hope again, if you can show them how they can have that real reason to believe, you own them, you have them. And they'll be your customers for life because they're looking for partnerships. They're also looking for people who are highly creative. And you'll see that there's chapter 5 in here, which is all about getting creative.